Guys, we've had an exciting day. We've covered a lot of ground. At the end of the day, we just want you to understand that when you enroll, go to the blog, go to Smart Start Training, click on step 1, watch the video that's being posted, follow the steps, get clear on your why, and now begin to get into action. The way to get into action is share with people, have them look at the information, make a decision for themselves, begin to build your 3 who build their 3, and here's how the compensation plan works. This is absolutely amazing. We have people their very first month earning an extra couple $1,000s on their way to earn thousands per week, thousands per month. A year from now, we'll have people earning $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month or more, I believe, because of the power of the Smart Pay Plan. What you'll see here is on the PowerPoint is there's 7 ways to earn in the Smart Pay Plan. Number 1 is retail commissions. So let me explain the way retail commissions work. What you see right here on this flip chart that I have right in front of me is that each product has a retail price and a wholesale price. What the retail commission is the difference between the retail and the wholesale. So it costs nothing to become a customer of Smart Cooking. If someone comes in and they purchase one of our products, or through our strategic partnership with Vitality FX, someone purchases a product at the retail price, you as the consultant earn the difference between the retail and the wholesale. Here on the 7-pack, that would be $20. On the 28-pack, it has a retail of $449, a wholesale of $349, and the retail commission is $100. That's pretty simple, pretty easy to explain. That's the first way that we get paid, and that's just normal business. However, where this begins to get very exciting is the second way that we get paid. All of our pay programs are work off of something called commissionable volume, or CV. CV, which you see there on the screen, we want to blow up the screen, full screen, there we go. Commissionable volume is the amount of volume paid on the compensation plan. So as an example, a 7-pack with a wholesale price of $129 has a commissionable volume of 100. As an example, a 28-pack, which has a wholesale price of $349, has a commissionable volume of 300. One of our new strategic partnerships with Vitality FX that's there to give you more nutrition when you're eating the right foods. A 6-pack of nutrition is $210 wholesale. The CV is also $210. So each individual product has a wholesale price and has a CV, and CV is just the amount that we use to calculate what you get paid. So that's very important to remember on this stage of the equation as we go through there. So back to the slide, what we're going to see now is what we call our first order bonus. What ends up happening is in our 7 ways to earn, our Smart Pay Plan, there's 2 distinct things you need to understand in my opinion. When someone enrolls, let's just say what we find is that most people, whether they want to work the business or not, want to pay the $49 so that they can too get the products at wholesale price versus the retail price. When someone pays the $49 or purchases a product at retail, the first order, the very first order, not the first time they order that product, but on their initial order, it's paid out through what we call the first order bonus. Here's the way that it works. I'm the consultant enrolling that person, and let's just say that they purchase a 28-pack, which has a CV of 300. Okay? What that's going to do is this, is it's going to pay out 17% of CV. Now, what's 17% of CV? That's a great question. So our CV for a 28-pack is 300. And so 17% of that would pay out $51 in commission to the consultant that's introducing that person to this particular 28 product. Then what's so amazing about that is that the override, the third way we get paid, is the first order override. The person above me, who is a silver or above, so it looks upline, bypasses anyone else, but looks for that silver that's a leader, that's achieved that rank, they're going to get a 17% override on that same order that just paid me $51, is now going to pay my upline silver $51 just on the first order. If you'll notice something there next is that the first 3 enrollments I make, it's not the first 3 orders, but the first 3 orders I make, each I get 17% of the commissionable value. So as an example, on the 7-pack that has a CV of 100, I would get $17. My upline silver would get the override of $17. If we looked at one of the nutritional products as an example, it has a CV, a 6-pack has a CV of $210. This is so easy. 210 times 17% is $35.70 on that enrollment order, and my upline silver or above also gets $35.70 just in one-time bonuses on the first order. Now the thing to remember is the second time that person reorders the product, or their auto ship kicks in, or they place another order that's a non-first order, it's paid out in a different way, but this first way is designed to get quick cash in people's hands. One of our consultants, she went out, she introduced it to 8 people in the first month, in the first couple of weeks, and over 5 weeks that turned into over 100 people, and in first order bonuses and first order overrides, she earned over $2,300 in her first 5 weeks. So this is designed for the people doing the work and for their sponsor, their upline enroller, not sponsor, for helping them, and this is paid off based upon the enroller. So that's the way the first order bonus works. The first 3 enrollments that I make, I get 17%. But what's amazing with that is once I make my 4th enrollment and beyond, I'm going to earn 24% of CV, and the difference of 10% goes to my upline. So what's going to happen with this, my upline enroller, so on a 28-pack that has a CV of 300, once I make my 4th introduction to a new person on their first initial order, if it had a 300 CV, and remember CV is the amount that you calculate commissions off of, it's easy, times 24%, I now went up to $72 on the first order of somebody that enrolls and purchases a 28-pack of food. Remember, they're already spending over $600 a month on food. You don't have to talk them into it. Now they get to enjoy great tasting food, perfectly portioned, $72 for that introduction, and then 10% would be $30 that would go to the upline, and those are just on first order enrollments. It's amazing, it works, it's designed to get quick cash in people's hands. So now we've covered retail commissions, which is the difference between the wholesale and the retail. Number 2, we've covered the first order bonus and the first order override, which what those are designed to do is quick cash in people's hands for people that are doing the work. The third way that we earn commissions in our Smart Pay plan is real simple. It's what we call leadership bonuses. What a leadership bonus does is it incentivizes leadership. So when you enroll 3 new consultants, you remember our structure from before where your goal is to get 3? If you help each one of them make 1 product sale each, in addition to the first order bonus, in addition to the first order override, you're going to receive an additional $100 leadership bonus for every 3 new consultants that you enroll in the business and help them make 1 sale each. Now here's the beauty of it. They can make a retail sale or their own purchase qualifies. So as an example, if I enroll Bob, I enroll Sally, and I enroll Susie, those 3 new consultants each place an enrollment order of a 7-pack, of a 28-pack, of a 6-pack, doesn't matter which one, but when they get their 3, in addition to the first order bonus, in addition to the first order override, they're going to get a $100 leadership bonus. So as an example, on this 28-pack with a CV of 300, the first 3 orders are 17%, so that's $51 times 3 for 3 new enrollments, each purchasing a 28-pack. That's $51 times 3. That's $153 plus a $100 leadership bonus. That's $253 just for introducing people. Then it goes over to our dynamic long-term plan. These plans, the first part, the first order bonus, the leadership bonuses, pays quick. It incentivizes people that are doing the activity, gets quick cash in people's hands, and those are the first 4 ways that we earn in our Smart Pay plan. Once again, all of the percentages pay off on the CV that are associated with each individual product. Now what's so exciting is in our 7 ways to earn Smart Pay plan is we've covered our first, second, third, and fourth ways to get paid. The retail commission, the first order bonus, the first order override, and the leadership bonuses are all based upon the first order that a customer or a consultant makes. Now here's what's happening with the team overrides. The team overrides is calculated off the CV of a product sold that is not a first order. They're paid on the sponsor tree and the commissionable volume on a product that is not a first order. So as we get into these team overrides, it's a non-first order. Keeping focused here on this screen, what we want to see here is this. When I enroll someone in the business, I've enrolled them. I then have the ability, because I'm focusing on the structure of 3x3, to take them and to place them on my team below me to help my team succeed so that my team overrides can grow. And here's the way that the team overrides work. The team overrides, once again, we're focusing on building this structure, getting 3, helping them get their 3, helping them get their 3, and here's the way the team overrides work. You get 5% of the commissionable volume per level for up to 7 qualified levels. Now, the way that this works, it's very simple. If you focus on your 3 who get 3, you automatically go all the way through the compensation plan. But when you start off as a consultant. You want to be sure and remain active by keeping at least $100 a month in purchases. But you want to focus on getting that amount up so that you can actually build a business.